We were going on holiday, just a short holiday, family holiday, and we were actually going up to my parents in the Midlands. We'd only probably gone about sort of 4 or 5 miles from where we live, and we got hit head on by there's two lads racing in separate cars. The first thing I remember coming around after the accident was just my whole body covered in plaster and lying in the hospital bed and thinking, what on earth happened to me?
Yeah, I remembered all of the accident from the impact and then being wheeled to the hospital bed and basically being in such pain.
Once I realised the impact of what happened, I couldn't quite believe that we'd all got out of it. So in the end, they actually unplugged your bed from the other ward and wheeled Michelle in her bed to my ward just so I'd calm down. I believe that it will never happen to me, this sort of thing, and we were just going on holiday. We turned one corner and it proven that it can happen. It can happen to anybody, and not only can it happen to somebody on an individual basis, but it happened to the whole family. Myself, Michelle, and our daughter Chloe were all involved in the accident. So it doesn't just affect one person; it can affect the whole family.
I came out before John, so I had my mum and dad to help me out. So the first thing was just being able to get the wheelchair up the little step at the front of the house. Believe it or not, that was probably the hardest bit, wasn't it?
Around every corner there's a new hurdle. We're still in wheelchairs, and they were asking us to go to the job centre to fill in another form, or can you pop into the job centre and sign a form?
And it's like, well,
what bit of I'm still in a wheelchair is not quite getting through. The income from the state that we were getting was about £90 a week. As much as we tried to get more than that, or even less than that on occasion, £90 a week was pretty much what it came out to be. I've got 2 broken legs. I'll be back. Don't worry about it. And I said to him, I'll be back in September. And he went, well, which September? I said, this one. It's only June now, or July.
I've been in my job a couple of years, and yet all I got was the basic sick, which is £60 odd or something like that. Was it?
No, we had savings. We managed to make them last probably about 7 or 8 months, to be honest, which I think is probably quite a long time in terms of people, the amount of money that they can have, and looking at the current people's savings in the market, it might be a bit more difficult to make that last for that long. When we decided to take out our own physio, go privately because the waiting list was so long on the NHS, we were being seen twice each a week at £40 a session, so it was £160 a week, £600 odd a month, just for the physio bill. This is the bit that potentially I feel the worst about, because not only am I in the insurance business, but for the first 10 years of my career, I was with an insurance company that sold income protection and payment protection and all those sort of products. That's what I did. They'll insure things such as freezer contents, the phone, the cat, the dog. The windows will be covered in case anything happens there. They'll insure all those things, but not actually themselves. And I just thought about it. I thought, it'll never happen to me. That was my excuse. I was 34 when the accident happened. And I thought, as a 34-year-old bombing around the country, doing well in his job, it'll never happen to me. And that's why I hadn't got any cover. I was coming up with that excuse. What do people who don't work in the industry, what excuses do they come up with? Why don't they take the cover out? Because, for the amount of hassle and I know as is an extreme case, but there's lots of in-betweens. There's lots of people who are off for 6 months or 12 months through injuries and accidents and illness and things like that. The accident was in June '06, so it's over 2 years since we've worked, and because we are still recovering, and because we're in a situation we haven't got jobs anymore. The employees don't keep you on for that long.
And everybody who knows us said to us it'll either make or break you as a couple. Just the physical side and also the financial side of things, just everything, all the pressures.
there's many sacrifices that you have to make financially after something like this. I mean, even to the point where we'd started looking at the process of buying a house 2 years or so ago. That had to completely put on hold. My car was repossessed, and all these things not just affect you financially, but emotionally as well. It's not a nice process to go through. You have to cut back on holidays, breaks, things like that, and have to literally watch every penny that you spend because the budget suddenly becomes very, very tight. We just want to get on with life. We want to get back to normality.
John's got a big diary, and looking at his diary, you've got all these things to do for the next day and the next day, and you don't realise just like that. You literally get in the car, you're going on your holiday, and then bang, it's all over. And we are still now even not back on track, and we're over 2 years in, 2 years now, and we're still both off work, both still 24/7 stuck in the house together.
I guess because of what's happened to us, when you read in the paper, you'll notice these sort of things more often. But even in the local paper where we live, every week you'll see that there's been this accident or this person injured, or even fatalities. But you'll see those sort of things happen, and that's just one thing. That's just a car accident side of it. That's not including work injuries or all the other ways that people can be off long term from work. For an absolute great cover for us two, sort of £35–40 a month, and some sort of cover would have absolutely just been a massive weight off our shoulders, and sort of it would have stopped a lot of anxieties. It would have stopped a lot of financial pressures and worries. The range of cover, the length of cover, and the cost of it, and tailoring it completely to what you need or what you need at that particular time is a lot more simple than going through what we went through. I would say that some cover would be better than none at all. Don't come up with excuses like I came up with to have no cover at all. Look to start the process of protecting yourself and your family.